Hello folks, time for another video in the shave. Yes, well, very hot here in the state of New Jersey. It's kind of later on Sunday, but I will post this on video on YouTube today. I just got kind of swamped. A bunch of parts came in for my wife's car that I wanted to swap out, so I did that already, and back in the house, nice and cool in here. Air conditioning is cruising, so it kind of put me in that lemon lime kind of 7-Up mood, you know. So going with some Uncle John's Lime Up, which to me reminds me of 7-Up. Very nice. My grandfather was a avid 7-Up drinker back in the 70s, I remember. He didn't drink much alcohol. He didn't drink really any alcohol. I know he was a 7-Up kind of guy. And home brewed iced tea. That was my granddad. So yeah, and I have this in the 2-ounce container. And here are the ingredients. I know that Uncle John's has closed his brick and mortar store. And they're online. Ooh, dark. And they're online only now, which is fine. Alrighty, so other gear we're using today is we're using my other Brushcraft brush, which I call the Blue Sea Glass. I know Brushcraft is on a hiatus, but this brush is the perfect size for my Captain's Choice bowl. It fits in there so nice, and it kind of matches a little bit, which is great. And we're using the Razorock Game Changer today in the 0.68, because I have just a, couple days of growth, nothing crazy, so we'll use that today. It's like, I don't know, 2 or 3 days of growth there. So yeah, am I forgetting anything? Oh yeah, and Blade and the Razorock, I shouldn't even have to tell you folks, but is a Persona prep. Alright, let me just grab a beverage. It's so freaking hot in here today. Just some nice ice spring water in the old Contigo container. That container is awesome. I used to use that back in my fishing days. Best insulated container I've ever had. It could be 100 degrees outside. I think it could be sitting in the sun all day. Not a sponsor. And it would still be ice cold at the end of the day. Alright, so let's wet the face. Yeah, so I had to change some little minor things on my wife's car, because it pretty much sat around for a couple of years, because it was my brother-in-law's car who passed away a few years ago. So it needed some things like new igniters or ignition coils, crap like that. I don't even know what they're calling them. There's no more like ignition coil in the cars. There's just each individual spark plug has an igniter. So I had to replace a few of those, and that was done. And I also put in a relay for her subwoofer amplifier. Fun. Because yes, I used to do car audio way back in the day, in my youth days. Alright, Uncle John's Lime Up. This is such a great scent. To me, it's just totally like, I mean, of course it's lime, but it reminds me of a 7-Up beverage drink. Very awesome. I have a few lime scents from different artisans. I just felt like going with this one today because this is just refreshing. Plus that was out there in the heat for a couple hours, so this feels great. Hopped in the shower. Kind of took not really a cold shower, but took a shower where it was warm enough. Seemed to lather my shirt up pretty good here today, but that's what happens. Alrighty, going with the old Razorock Game Changer 0.68 Persona Prep Blade. Nice. I wanted to actually shave this morning, but Amazon actually arrived today earlier than usual. Usually I get my Amazon shipments in the afternoon, but they were nice and early today. So, before the sun got too high in the sky, I went out there and started changing some parts. So I hooked up my diagnostic meter to the car. Make sure there are no faults. Because before I was showing a few cylinder misfires. Now, all nice since I replaced a couple of those coils in the car. I know I should have replaced them all, but I really can't get to the back cylinders easily. Cylinders 1, 2, and 3 on my wife's Ford are covered by the intake, so I don't want to dive into that mess. So far now, knock on wood, it's running great. I'm sure if I would have shaved in the morning, I wouldn't have been so itchy. Being outside sweating and all. I really feel bad for my central air conditioning. It's been non-stop now for like a month. It even runs hardcore at night. Because it's actually been warm here at night. Usually nighttime it cools off, but not lately. It's actually been in the upper 80s even at night. We were supposed to get a lot of rain yesterday, but barely got a sprinkle. Usually when it rains it cools things off, but I guess because the heat is burning off the rain, I don't know, I'm not a meteorologist, but that's what I think. Alright, that was a great pass. Uncle John's lime up. Very nice. Great slickness. Nice lather. Great scent. I guess it reminds me of my grandfather. Alrighty, let's go with the second pass with the Razorock Game Changer. Must be car weekend because my daughter car broke down. I think her husband said the fuel pump went. So I know what he's going to be doing today. And my other daughter's car got stuck in drive or something with the stick, with the shifter. Wouldn't happen if they would drive a stick, but no, they all drive automatics. I don't think they even saw a stick shift car, because I think by the time they were born I didn't have any stick shift cars left anymore. All my trucks were automatic, but I grew up on stick shift, or other parts of the country call it manual transmission. That'd be a good theft deterrent nowadays, because I don't think the youth nowadays know how to drive a stick. I could be wrong, but that's the consensus that I get around here anyway. Alright, that's feeling good. Just touching up a little bit on the jawline area. Oh, by the way, thanks everyone for wishing me a good outing with my dad the other day. We went to see Oppenheimer. Great film. But boy, let me tell you, I must be getting old because I couldn't believe how loud it was. Anytime anything with an explosion or there were these you know, flashbacks. Boy, they were loud. Well, that feels great. Awesome deal with Uncle John's Lime Up. Very good, very good. Oh, and I hear the leaf blowers starting out there. It's kind of late for them on a Sunday, but what do I know? All right, let's empty good old Sigmund the Sea Monster sink. Kind of dripping my brush in here too as I go. All right, let's do a little cold water, more like a room temperature rinse. You know what I should try? My water in this container is ice cold. Let's do a little. Whoa! Oh yeah! Now that's cold. Whoa, that's cold, yes! Some nice ice spring water on the face. Better save a little of the drink with, right? Oh, yeah. I know, Glenn, fill your sink up with ice cubes, but I like to warm when I do shave, so. All right, grab the old Karen towel. Wow, that was nice and cold. That's what I was looking for. I gotta remember to do that next time when it's warm like this. I was saying, I like the water to be warm while I shave, but when I'm finished shaving, I like to rinse off with it being nice and cold. That's why I don't fill my sink up with ice water, but I'm not a fan of cold water shaves. Even when it's 100 degrees outside, I still like my water to be warm while I'm shaving. I know it's weird. A lot of folks out there like to do that nice ice water shave or cold water shave. Now I really got water on my counter since I glugged it all over the place out of my Contigo container, which keeps that water icy cold. It's been through the ringer of this container, but man, it works great. All right, so let me recap the shave. That felt great, by the way. Nice cold. That was a Lime Up by Uncle John's. Great stuff. And we used the Razorock Game Changer in the 0.68 today. Nice. And brush, I kind of just rinse it off real quick, is the Brushcraft. I just call it the blue sea glass because I have another one that's a lighter color. And I know Brushcraft is on a hiatus, but I do like the brush because it's the perfect size for my Captain's Choice Sandstorm bowl. I know they don't make this bowl anymore, but I love this bowl. My buddy Wes sent me this bowl, so thank you, Wes. It's a great bowl. And blade in that razor, by the way, today was a Persona Prep. We're gonna finish this off with something awesome. I have the matching splash. I know the bottles look different now. This is the older bottle. I think his new bottles are a little different shaped. Wow, now the splash reminds me 100% of 7-Up, or maybe even a Sprite. But we were more, my family was more of a 7-Up. We really didn't have soda when I was a kid, but we did have 7-Up in the house. And my grandparents definitely had 7-Up. That was my grandfather's favorite drink. Down south they call it pop. We call it soda up here, but 7-Up. This is Lime Up. And big old ingredients on the back. Got that nice witch hazel in there. Great stuff. All right, folks. So if you enjoyed today's Uncle John's Lime Up shave, thumbs up. If you didn't like it, hit that dislike button. And please subscribe. We do need those subscribers. We are slowly climbing up, and I am really trying hard to get another towel giveaway going on, which hopefully we will. And stay safe, stay out of the heat. And until next shave, Glenn signing off.